Birth dates after 2000 just feel wrong. Cursed. Excuse me, I was born in 2001. What are you gonna do about it? I don't have to do anything, my dude. You already have a curse on you. When you write a sentence and it rhymes. Why does the picture make perfect sense? If 666 is evil, then 25.806975801127 is the root of evil. Do you have a fucking calculator in your shower? Millennial culture is having two wildly different conversations with the same person on two different apps at the exact same time. Conversation 1, cheeseburger. Conversation 2, that's why I think I'm so afraid of making myself vulnerable, because my father taught me I couldn't ever truly trust anyone. Somebody Photoshop a nose piercing on one of my pictures. I wanna see what I look like. One time my dad gave me a glass of milk, and I meant to ask him whose milk is this, because I wasn't sure if it was for me, or if I was supposed to give it to my brother, but instead I just stared down at the milk, and said, who's this? Then my dad turned to me without missing a beat, and said, that's your new friend Mr. Milk. And we stared at each other, and then he asked me if I was high. To this day I still have not lived it down. The side of Squidward we see versus the side of Squidward the media doesn't show. It's totally okay to say, you know what, this isn't making me happy, and to walk away from whatever or whoever is keeping you from the happiness you deserve. Me halfway through unpacking the dishwasher when I get to the cutlery. Am I the only one that finds it weird that I can transfer data from my brain to someone else's by opening my mouth and pushing air with vibrations in their direction? How high are you? 5 feet 4. I was at the zoo the other day and there was this fucking goose trying to act like a fucking flamingo. I couldn't find my headphones and it's late at night. Solution: get a stethoscope and put it up to the speaker with the computer on low volume. If I can't find my headphones, what makes you think I'm going to find a stethoscope just lying around? Why are dog lovers so hateful? Like you meet a cat lover and they're like, oh, I love dogs a lot too. I just prefer cats. But dog lovers are always like, my entire family was murdered by a cat. A cat stole my girlfriend, burned my house down, took my job, and keyed up my car. I got a headache. Google says I'm gonna die. Why is Google sending you death threats for having a headache? Please fire me. I work at McDonald's and last week I spent 15 minutes trying to explain to an old man we do not sell hot dogs, McDogs as he claimed it. Then he threatened to report me for withholding products from him. Here's from an alternate timeline. The McDogs man actually proves the multiverse theory. Your fav is problematic. Santa. Judgmental as hell. Uses reindeer as slaves. Doesn't even have a pilot license. I don't know what made me want to Google does Santa Claus have a pilot's license, but I'm really glad I did, because apparently he received one from the US Assistant Secretary of Commerce, with the Director of Aeronautics as a witness, in 1927. Grandmother discovers she's been growing cannabis by accident. Does her face look like she was growing that on accident? Finding out Picasso died in 1973 feels like the fackest thing I've ever heard. Everyone talks about him like he lived in a cave with nothing but a torch and paint he made from berries or beige or something. But now this dude probably sat down watching Looney Tunes, thinking, damn, I should draw some dude with a nose on his forehead, that'd be dope. I feel so lied to. I'm home alone with a TV repairman. I'm no fool. There is only two possible outcomes of this scenario: porn or murder. Apparently there was an unforeseen third outcome, where he fixes the TV and then leaves. I really want to buy one of these grocery checkout dividers, but the lady behind the counter keeps putting it back. This is like the most innocent joke I've ever read. New Yorker voice bada bing. Other New Yorker across the street, bada boom. Another New Yorker opens their window, forget about it. New Yorker on rooftop, I'm walking here. The Breakfast Club isn't even about breakfast. You could have at least said spoiler alert. Hey, does anyone know the fastest way to clean up milk that's covering every goddamn inch of the kitchen floor? I know a gal. She's on her way. Thanks. I love being in college because there are no actual adults around, so everyone is just going around bullshitting their way through basic tasks like I can be, like I think I got better from my cold because I ate an orange yesterday, and everyone is like yeah makes sense, and somebody could just be like I'm gonna put my pillow in the washing machine to clean it, and everyone's like sounds like a great idea John. Sometimes I'll go hey at my dog until she calms down and looks at me, and then I'll tell her smoke weed every day and she goes wild. I don't know what she thinks it means. Lyft driver, your name is Slavic. Me too. Bulgarian. I drive fast for you, brother. Now he's waxing philosophical about the Ottoman Empire, imperialism, and human nature. Humans, we are the most dangerous animal. Other animals, they kill when they need to. We kill when we think we need to. It is not the same. He just monologued about climate change and the military-industrial complex and the difficulty of having a Balkan identify. When every Balkan country changes hands every 20 years, our history is getting swallowed by the biggest fish, and that fish getting swallowed by the next biggest fish, and so on. He had so many more gems. We compared family names, realized that his daughter shares my grandfather's name, and then he started talking about the old country. The city where he grew up had a population of 300, and the population of his whole country could fit inside Chicago. He came here 20 years ago seeking a better life, but everything in America is too big. The cars, the problems, the inequality. He pointed to his phone and called it stupid little computer that's meant to control his life, not to improve it, and how the world is getting steadily worse and the little people can't do anything about it. He told me to continue my studies so that I don't grow up to work in the service industry and can instead try to stop the concentration of power into the hands of corrupt people. Then he shrugged and said, "But who knows? Can anyone do it? I don't know if it's possible." I tipped him 25%. You just met an old god. How to draw a sheep. Draw a cloud, legs, a circle for the head, and there you have it. A sheep. Someone draw a sheep using these instructions. This really helped. I think this is the best sheep I have ever drawn. Do you think every president goes through an awkward first few weeks in office when they are not sure when's the right time to ask if aliens are real or not? My German Shepherd is crazy. Every once in a while I catch him doing this. He is becoming self-aware. Why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat? Perfect couple. One person has cold hands, the other has warm hands. Together, they maintain the ideal temperature for hand-holding. Relationship goals. Thermodynamic equilibrium. Walks up to a couple. So which of you is the source, and which is the sink? Things that still freak me out. Those sinks Americans have in their kitchens that you can destroy stuff with. You mean other countries don't have garbage disposals? Why can't you just put ash in the trash and not a monster drain? You can take one man's trash to another man's treasure, but you can't make it drink. Fun fact, the blending of idioms or cliches is called metaphor. My personal favorite is "We'll burn that bridge when we get to it." I'm rather fond of It's Not Rocket Surgery and not the sharpest egg in the attic, but my all-time favorite is Until the Cows Freeze Over. You've opened this can of worms, now lie in it. You finally sneak into the dragon's cave and find his treasure chest. You open it, and there is just a macaroni drawing by the dragon's son. It's treasure to me, the dragon bellows. My fave bit of black dog folklore is that in some folklore there is a belief that first person buried in a cemetery stays there and doesn't cross over and helps other spirits move on and protects them from evil spirits. Now naturally people want to avoid this fate for their loved ones and themselves, so they would sometimes bury a dog first, and it would return in the shape of big black dog and protect the newly dead from evil spirits and occasionally the living as well. This kind of spirit is called a church grim. You mean it's called a good doggy? Anyone wanna get in an argument with me? Okay, cream cheese isn't that good. I was kidding, but you know what, F you for real. Owls have incredibly long legs. That's a thing you know now. Why don't humans have a specific noise that means there are bees here, let's leave immediately? Why are elephants more advanced than us? We do have a specific noise. It sounds like this. There are bees here, let's leave immediately. Standing next to sunflowers always makes me feel weak, like look at this fucking flower. This flower is taller than I am. Flower is winning and I'm losing. Wow, you are not ready to hear about trees. Disadvantages of having thick hair. Your head is always 100,000 degrees. Shedding everywhere. Snapping thin combs. Spend $100 on dye if you want to color it. Hair is still wet 2 years after you showered. Styling your hair takes longer than growing it. Advantages of having thick hair. Advantages. The hairdresser goes wow so much hair. Me. Getting ready to sleep. The demons in my head. Cat. Ding. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance dance dance. Me. What year am I in? This is a model of how many earths can fit inside the sun. Damn. That's gotta be at least 12. Well, you're not wrong. You're on hamburger helper. You're just a hamburger hindrance. If you're not part of the hamburger solution, you're part of the hamburger problem. You're a hamburden on society. What mouse walks on 2 legs? Mickey. Okay. What duck walks on 2 legs? Donald. No, all of them. This is the last time you make a fool of me in my own house, god damn it. My counselor. How are you doing? Me. But, how are you? My counselor. But, what brings you in today? Me. I'm doing real bad, Karen. Literally heard a convo at the library where a guy was telling a girl that he's an omega and the girl telling him that she's a beta, and my mind just did not automatically connect the context to fraternity pledge classes at all, and I just whispered to myself, what the F? What the F? How dare you reblog my posts, but not follow me? If you find a gold bar in a trash bag, will you take the whole trash can, or just the gold bar? My body may be at work, right, but my soul is stuck in the Wii Sports universe. Which sport? Bowling. Daniel Radcliffe tries his best to widen his horizons and take on various interesting and different roles. Me. Look at the Harry Potter man go. Balloons are so weird, happy birthday. Here's a plastic sack of my breath. And I was the janitor sitting in the corner on my 10-minute break playing a fully orchestrated song composed with the different pitches of jars filled with my own piss. I can 100% confirm this actually happened. I was the bus. I was the crop top. I was the bun. Guys, I just did the math. For every episode of Sherlock, there are almost 4,000 fanfictions. 4,000 per episode. No youth, cause better reblog this. I did math for this, do you understand? Math. You had to divide by 6. Barkeep, what'll it be, fellas? Fella 1. Give me a Bloody Mary. Fella 2. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary in the mirror behind the bar. Come on, come on, come on. Fella 3. I'll have the same. Lahore pigeons are some of the most visually appealing birds out there, like in terms of visual design. Very minimalist, good contrast. Chip in a bottle. How do this? Hey guys, I'm making French toast stick in the oven. I'm gonna take a quick nap, wake me up in 5 minutes, so I can flip them over. Randy, it's been 5 minutes, flip your sticks. SNNNZZZZ. Randy, your sticks. Why are shorts called shorts, but pants aren't called longs? She wears short shorts, I wear long longs. She's cheer-cheerer, and I'm on the sit-sits. Sabrina the teenage witch hired this balding man to play a high school student. I forgot what BFG stood for, and I was sitting there for a good 5 minutes going, no, they wouldn't have called a kids film Big F***ing Giant, would they? Would they? Me explaining underwear to aliens. We have smaller, secret pants that we wear under our normal pants. One more down, thousands to go. What a vague and potentially concerning caption. Hey, what's Winnie the Pooh's favorite color? Yellow. No, it's red, because of his shirt. No, it's yellow because he loves honey. You have no idea what you're talking about. Then Pooh says, yellow, like honey, that's my favorite color. Things heating up at the Winnie the Pooh fandom. The best part of Honoria is the black cookie part, and not the frosting part. Deal with it. Darkness without light is an abyss. Light without darkness is blinding. You cannot have a coin with one side. Yo Socrates, it's a f***ing cookie. We tried to convince the history teacher that Taylor Swift ended the Cold War, and he got so frustrated he just stared into the hallway for 10 minutes. I saw him in the hallway later, and his eyes were like glazed over. He was so tired I felt really bad. I was looking at my friend's mole and discovered that her chin is actually a shark. I hate public bathrooms for all the obvious reasons, but also because one time somebody in the next stall silently reached under and untied my shoe. UK company allows you to create your own luggage with your face on it to avoid airport baggage confusion. The future. Avoid airport baggage confusion by creating a whole new kind of confusion. If you put a science book under your pillow when you sleep, you'll gain the knowledge through osmosis. No, osmosis is for water. Knowledge and everything else is transferred by diffusion. I see you slept with your science book last night. I haven't ate anything since 11, bruh, I'm starving. Damn, are you how old now? She said yes.